العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. I take this opportunity to congratulate you for the birth anniversary of Imam RIda alayhi salam and ask humbly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant you the best of dunya and akhirah, inshallah. Some years back in a private meeting in Qom, I explained for some brothers my understanding of different characteristics of the salutation that we request Allah to send to Imam RIda alayhi salam. Sorry. But we just didn't happen to have it in a kind of public lecture so that everyone can reflect and inshallah benefit. So I thought it's a good idea that I quickly record a message now that we celebrate Imam's birthday, and inshallah this would add to our appreciation of this salawat, and we can say it inshallah more meaningfully. I would also share in the description the link for a very beautiful and historical recitation of this salutation by the late Hajj Reza Ansarian, who has a story about how his way of recitation was changed after one experience of having a dream of Imam RIda alayhi salam. So in several of our books we have this salawat, which means salutations, for Imam RIda alayhi salam, and our ulama have taken it as something from Imams themselves, and in particular maybe from Imam Jawad alayhi salam. In Kamilu Ziyarat, the late Ibn Qulaway, in Al-Bab al-Thani wal-Mi'ah, the chapter 102, which is entitled Ziyaratu Qabr Abil Hasan al-Rida alayhi salam, he quotes this as the first hadith that when you go to visit Imam RIda alayhi salam, say this: اللهم صل على علي بن موسى الرضا المرتضى الإمام التقي النقي وحجتك على من فوق الأرض ومن تحت الثرى الصديق الشهيد صلاة كثيرة نامية زاكية متواصلة متواترة مترادفة كأفضل ما صليت على أحد من أوليائك. Here it says عن عمرو بن هشام عن رجل من أصحابنا. One of our people said this. But in the footnote it says that Sheikh al-Saduq also quoted this in Man la yahdhuruhu al-faqih, and he cited this from Al-Jami' by Muhammad ibn al-Hasan ibn al-Walid, also mentioned this in Al-Mazar al-Kabir, and it seems that it Imams alayhimus salam have particularly said Imam alayhi salam. You find it in many books, Fatihul Janan. Basically, here we have one general idea about sending salutations, which I have explained in the lectures on salawat and also the book on salawat, significance of salawat. So I refer you to those lectures of the book, which is also online. And you would see that salawat is very important, and it's an act of requesting Allah to send His mercy and light to the person that you. We ask Allah to send salutations. We say, Allahumma salli ala Ali ibn Musa Raza, or Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So our salutation is to pray, to call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and request Him to send salutations. So that's very beautiful discussion, but I want to have very short discussion. So that is already discussed, so please refer to those places that I mentioned. Allahumma salli ala Ali ibn Musa, whose title is RIda al-Murtada. One title is Rida. He's an embodiment of contentment. Rida is different from Radi. Means he's an embodiment of Rida. Al-Murtada, he is also someone that Allah is pleased with. Al-Imam is an Imam appointed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the guidance of mankind, a successor to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. At-Taqi an-Naqi, he is in high levels of taqwa and purity. Naqawa means taqwa is God-wariness. He is people that Allah has purified. إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. Although that ayah maybe in the first place was applied to the Prophet, Amirul Mu'mineen, Lady Fatima, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, the Prophet and his household, but it includes all the Imams. وَحُجَّتِكَ, he is the Hujjah of Allah, he is the Vicegerent of Allah, Khalifatullah fil ard. And for any intelligent being between the earth and the sky, there's no other Hujjah of Allah. He's the only Hujjah. At his time, of course, at every time there is a Hujjah. Now is Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. As-Siddiq, he is one of those people who are most truthful. In lectures about truthfulness, we have explained the significance of Siddiq. Basically, Allah, people that He has bestowed His blessings upon them. أنعمت عليهم are those people. من يطع الله والرسول فأولئك مع الذين أنعم الله عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. The prophets, the most truthful ones, the witnesses, and the righteous ones. وحسن أولئك رفيقا. These are very good friends to travel with, to have your journey towards Allah with. So, he is Siddiq. واذكر في الكتاب إبراهيم إنه كان صديقا نبيا. It's so important that even someone like Ibrahim is praised for being Siddiq. Lady Maryam was Siddiqa. أمه صديقة. He's a witness. Not only he's a martyr, but he's a witness. And this is a concept that I have explained also in a lecture about martyrdom and witness. Salatan kathiratan, etc. One think about this salutation that's coming from me. In my power, in my knowledge, my life is very short. I cannot do something that can be continuing eternally, can be something that would be useful for someone like Hujjah of Allah, unless I call upon Allah Himself. I can initiate through my dua and my initiation is just dua. He is the agent, he is the doer. So, with such characteristics, I want it to be as good as possible, with my limited, of course, knowledge and power, but I wish him the best. I can wish the best, even if I cannot offer the best. Kathira. So when it comes to the quantity, it should be, by the passage of time, should grow like shajariyya tayyibah, like a pleasant tree. By passage of time, by my growth, by inshallah my amal saleh, and by Allah's blessing, this should grow. Zakiya, pure from any impurities.